Hey, good morning, everybody. It's time for your DFS Minute brought to you by DFSArmy.com, your one stop shop for all things daily fantasy sports. I'm your buddy Choppadong, senior coach and contributor here at DFSArmy.com, where coupon code CHOP, CHOP, earns a 20% off discount each and every month that you want to remain a member. Bottom line is, we had a bunch of big wins last night in NBA. We had $50,000 winners, several $10,000 winners. Guys, it's because we teach. It's because we bring the tools and the content together with a coaching style with questions, answers, interaction, engagement that teaches you to become a better player. And quite honestly, we're talking about bankroll management today. We're getting some great nuggets out of some newer members that have questions about how do they manage their bankroll. And so that's kind of the subject of today's DFS Minute. I wanted to walk you through it and show you an example of what I'm talking about because there's a couple of different styles. It seems like a lot of people, when they play with their bankrolls, they tend to wait for that big win, and when they get that big win, they really ramp up their play, and then they go on a little bit of a losing streak, and they wonder why it all evaporates. And if this has been you, then you need to contemplate a little bit different bankroll management. Bankroll management in a skill game, whether it be poker or even blackjack or daily fantasy sports or whatever, typically revolves around a term that you hear called risk of ruin. I call it going busto. But the point is, when I'm managing a poker bankroll or any kind of a gambling, or we call these skill-based endeavors, but any kind of a volatile situation where money goes up and money goes down, and we're hoping to make money over the long run, you need to guard against risk of ruin. You need to assess your tolerance for risk. You need to assess your total bankroll, which isn't just the money in your accounts. It is the amount of money that you would be willing to give. For some people, it's $500 a month. Whatever. If that's your total bankroll, then that's what you're playing on. You need to establish a percentage of that total bankroll that you are willing to play every day. In some cases, it's 10%. In some cases, it's 5. In some cases, it's 2. In some cases, it's 35. It depends on you. It depends on the sport. It depends on your aggression and how willing you are to put a significant chunk of that on the line. Many people focus only on the win, but the balanced player also focuses on the losing because he knows that this is a roller coaster ride up and down where we are going to go through losing streaks. And the more volatile the game, say like a baseball or a hockey, the smaller your inherent edge because there's a lot more short-term luck in that game. Therefore, your losing streaks are going to be longer and in some cases more severe than in a game that you might dominate, like NBA or NFL. Let's say you're a really, really good player. You're still going to have your variance where today I win $20 or I win $100, but you're typically always winning in your dominant sport. And you still have that variance. But when that $20 to 80 or $100 in winning slides down because your edge is lower and you don't make that much money as a routine. You make more like some days I lose $20, some days I win $35. If that's the channel you operate in, you're going to have you're down around that zero mark more often where you're not winning anything, and you're going to have you're going to have just as many negative days as you do positive days. If you follow along with what I'm trying to tell you here in concept, you're going to have as many big winning days as you do have small winning days when you're in that $20 to $100 range I mentioned. And that range is going to be the same when it's the minus 20 to 35 range. But it's the problem of, even on my bad days when I'm dominating a sport, I still win $20. But on my bad days in that more volatile sport, I lose $20. And so that's why we have to evaluate that risk of ruin. We have to evaluate that bankroll. We need to if you use a fluid or more dynamic bankroll adjusting style, then you are going up and down, not day to day, but maybe week to week, maybe month to month, whatever. You're establishing, here's my bankroll right now. Here's the percentage that I play. So here's the amount I should be playing. And next Sunday night, I'll take a look at it again and see where it is. But I'm not going to worry about it every single day because I'm not going to micromanage my bankroll. I'm going to look at, things happen. I have good weeks and bad weeks. But if I have a truly bad week, I'm going to readjust my play. And that is what is going to reevaluate or keep me from going broke. Because whereas if I have $1,000 bankroll, I may be playing $100 a day. But if I have a $10 bankroll, I'm playing $1 a day. If I have $1,000 bankroll and it's a static $100 a day that I'm playing, then I've got 10 days worth of bankroll. 100 bucks, 100 bucks, 100 bucks, 100, boom, it's gone. Try being that guy that's down to his last $200 and play $100 of it. That's very, very hard to do, but a lot of people do it because they think that they are playing that level or they want to win money and get it all back in one night. That's where gamblers feed casinos. That's where gamblers aren't using a skill advantage. The skill advantage is as much picking players and picking DFS strategy as it is managing your money. So let me go through this example for you and then we'll let you go. Let's say you start off with a $500 bankroll and you're playing 10% in a less volatile sport like a football or something, but you're playing, say, 5% in a more volatile sport like a PGA or, baseball or something like that. You would play 50 bucks a day in your football. You would play, 25 bucks a day in your golf. Okay, so again, let's take it as a high variance sport and a low variance sport, and let's just watch these numbers fluctuate. We get through a week, we won 80 bucks overall through the week. So now we're up to 58 bucks or 29 bucks per day next week. That week goes by and we had a bad week. We dropped down to 460 bucks total. So now we're down to 46. It's going to take a long time if we slide down and down and down and down and down because this number is going to keep getting smaller too. It's going to take a long time to chew up that bankroll. That buys us more time to get on a winning streak. That buys us more time for that luck to come around. That buys us more time for what skill advantage we do have to normalize, get through the variance, and start to repair itself and start to bring us back regression-wise to what we should be as players, okay? That's what you're trying to do, is you're trying to outlast the variance and the volatility that is inherent in this game. You go back another week, 520, now we're up to 52, 980. We hit a big GPP or something like that, won 400 bucks. We're up to 98 now. We don't all of a sudden say, I'm going to double my play. That's what it looks like we did, but we're still only playing 10% of our bankroll in this example. We go to 950 the next week, and here's why it's important. We go to 950 the next week, now we're down to 95. We go up to 1,050, we're up to 105. See, we're operating in this channel now, and it feels good, as opposed to this channel. If we ever have to drop back down to this channel here, we better be willing to be disciplined and play these numbers. Because if you're still playing these numbers and you're in this bankroll situation, now all you're doing is exaggerating the chances that you could go completely bust in a very, very short period of time. And this is, I think, where most players go broke. They get up to this level and think this is the level they should be playing at, and then fall back down to this level and don't readjust. You drop down to 850, had a bad week, 85 bucks. Drop down to 700, 2 bad weeks in a row, you're down to 70 bucks. You're not still playing 100 bucks a day. Oh no, another bad week. Another bad week. We drop. Look, I can still live 10 days at the $400 level if I'm playing 40 bucks. So I'm just resetting the system and constantly giving myself 10 days of all or nothing, but I'm never actually playing the all or nothing. I drop, oh my God, down to 250, 25 bucks. You have to be willing to suck it up, check your ego at the door and say, I'm only playing $25 a day today. I know 5-6 weeks ago I was playing 100 bucks a day. Life sucks. But it happens to the best of us. It doesn't make you a bad player. What makes you a bad player is saying, fuck it, and putting 200 bucks a day in here and tilting off the rest of your money. That's what makes you a bad player. Because the good player realizes that it could turn around for him and he's willing to patiently build his roll back. He has another good week, wins 150 bucks, now he's up to 40 bucks, and now he's starting to track back towards where he was. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't lose all your shiz in one day. If this is the type of conversation you need, this is the type of discussion you need to have with somebody to get your mind right, keep your mind right, and max out your abilities as a DFS player, you need the coaching DFS Army offers you. So jump on in here, use the coupon code CHOP, CHOP, trigger that 20% discount. Get in here, get asking the coaches. We've had several examples of players using their own bankrolls and showing you exactly what they do. This is how many head-to-heads I do. This is how many three-mans I do. This is how many GPPs I play, whatever. We have guys that have those examples for you and have the track record to explain it to you, have the ability to explain it to you to where you can understand it and you can go from being an average DFS Joe to possibly a DFS pro. That's what we do at DFS Army. Hope you enjoyed this type of content. If you did, you visit the comment section down below and obviously click the like and subscribe button down below. I'd love to have you inside DFSArmy.com. Happy Friday. Happy weekend, everybody. Christmas is just around the corner. Hanukkah's probably starting. For those of you that celebrate Hanukkah, Kwanzaa's coming too. Happy holiday season, whatever it is that you celebrate. Hopefully we all win oodles and oodles of money. And instead of breaking our bankroll, by giving all of our kids all those Christmas gifts, we keep more of it to ourselves and we play a selfish game. See you guys. Have a good one.